Happy Monday. I'm Wiley. Welcome to the Wiley Report. I'm waiting on my lunch to heat up. So I figured I'd make this video because I use the Wiley Report to talk about my life experiences as a librarian, experiences as information science PhD candidate, and everything in between. So today I had a top surgery consultation. It was not my first time seeing that particular doctor. It was my third time. The first time, I don't think I was emotionally ready for it. The second time, he said my health numbers were all over the chart. And I had also gained a lot of weight back. And that was 2 years ago. Today, it was, as he said, night and day as far as like completely different set of circumstances. How did the appointment go? It went fine. The surgeon, he wasn't rude. He wasn't dismissive. He answered my questions. They're moving forward with the insurance. As I left, though, I was heading to work and I found myself reflecting on the conversation with the doctor. The discussion was about BMI, anesthesia, risks, dog ears, contour, complications, and expectations. These are all important things. I think surgeons need to, must have to talk about these things. But what I realized afterward is that I wasn't just looking for information, I was looking for care. My dad passed away unexpectedly in 2023. They said it was natural causes and cardiovascular issues. He was 75. I know that he was older. I know this is not a comparison of apples to apples because I'm not 75. At the same time, his death scared the shit out of me. My mother is 75. My paternal grandmother and great aunt lived to be 99 and 102. My maternal grandmother lived into her 80s. Yet losing my father made me think differently about my health, about my body, about mortality. I have been up and down all around with my weight since I was a sophomore in high school. Diets, exercise programs, gyms, an array of experiences for sure. In present day, I've lost 60 pounds. And I know there's the risks. I know my body is my body. It's also taking years for me to like my body, to like myself, to like the reflection that returns my gaze. And I also know wholeheartedly that these things are not the top surgeon or any doctor's responsibility to carry. Still, somewhere inside of me, I think I wanted to hear someone say, I'm going to do my best for you. Not because those words would eliminate the risks, not because they would guarantee an outcome, but because they would acknowledge, that this moment matters. I am a Black trans man. And even as I'm telling you about this experience, I don't think this reflection is limited only to transness, only to being Black and trans. I think overall, I think many of us walk into doctors' offices, institutions, churches, dissertation meetings, relationships, daily life, and I have no idea where you might find yourself when you see this video. But I think overall, when we're in all of these spaces, we're not only hoping to be evaluated, but to be seen. And it seems like my dissertation is taking over real life, but I think even if it isn't a dissertation, what does it mean when you are seen? What is it that we're looking for from others? Whether they're people that we're in relationship with or people that are going to be able to help us with some service, or even if it's none of that, what does it mean when we are seen? I study race, digital studies, intersectionality. I'm a librarian. So all of those things have made me fluent in discussions about information, evidence, and research. And I'm not saying I know everything. I'm just saying I'm fluent about, those things. And today, as I was evaluating all of that in my experience, I was thinking about the difference between information and care. The doctor wasn't being mean. He wasn't being rude. He wasn't being dismissive. He did present information. I received information. I just also realized that, and maybe not just today, but I've been thinking about information and care is not the same thing. Maybe care is not only what someone feels, but it's also what someone communicates to you. When we think about like our interactions with other people, I've deeply been thinking about how other people experience you. And is that the same experience that I think they're having? That's a whole nother topic, but nevertheless, in regards to this top surgery consultation visit, inside of me, I wanted to hear, I understand that this matters to you. and I'm going to do my best for you. Today I received information. And maybe that is a part of good medical care. I'm not saying he's a terrible medical care provider. I'm just saying I was realizing I was looking for a little bit more. And as I sat with the appointment, I wanted, like I said, the acknowledgement that this moment mattered, some sign that I was not just a body, a BMI, a risk profile, or a surgical outcome, some sign that I'm being cared for. And I'm still struggling with what that sign should have been, what else I was looking for him to say, or, I don't know, because like I said, I know no one can guarantee you certainty. I mean, as I was talking about, mortality, healthy people die too. So and I'm not trying to be crass. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying there are no guarantees in life. I literally was having this conversation with my cousin about we were talking about just life in general, and I was like, life is a motherfucker. It is. It is. It is. So many experiences that we don't get to control at all. We're just out here doing our best, and doing the best we can with the information that we have, and trying to move forward moment to moment, millisecond to millisecond, and there's no handbook for that. Or if there is one, they didn't put a lot of stuff they left out. I'm just saying. So anyway, just thinking about that. But like I said, I use the Wiley report to talk about my everyday life and everything in between. I hope that my life, my words, my being encourages, educates, empowers people, or at least for however long you click play, to know that someone cares deeply about you, that you matter, that your voice matters. And I'm always rooting for you. I'm rooting for all of us. So thanks for listening. Peace.